Hello everyone, this is Helios Raven. I tell you how you do it, even if you don't care. And today, going back a little bit old style formula here. I've got a little Eldar Guardian here that I'm working on for this Battle Fleet Gothic report that I just finished splicing together, and I'm just making some custom portraits for the characters in the game. And one of them is a little Corsair, who's right here. I'm basically using it off the Corsair Prince thing, so I gave him this close combat weapon and a shuriken catapult type of thing, because if I read the Imperial Armor book correctly, it said he can swap out his close combat weapon or his pistol for a list of things, so I wasn't sure if it meant, I can swap out one for close combat on a weapon, or what the whole dealie was. So I said, okay, he's got a close combat, shuriken catapult, bam, Corsair Prince. And I decided to try out this new little thing that White Dwarf introduced when the new paint came out, which is using just the shades to paint a model. And as you can see right now, I just did this one little coat, and he's got like this brownish look for him, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to see how many layers of this stuff it takes to really get like a full-on, decent painted model. The way I first started, as you could tell by his gun and his base, I spray painted him white with this old, like, ancient can of Citadel paint, white spray paint that my girlfriend's sister's ex left in their attic one day. Like, here, for those who, this is just, let me get the can so you can see just how old this thing is. That's how old the can is. See, it's Citadel color, giant old nasty orc base. White primer. That's how old this can is. According to this, I can't find a date on this thing, but it's been sitting for quite a while. 1999 is the only date I can find on it. So, I sprayed that down first, and it got it, pretty nice coating. Then I did first off one wash of the new Reikland fleshshade. So we're going to put another coat on and see how many coats it would take to use just a shade to paint colors. Okay, so we're going to take the shade here, and let's see how many layers it takes to do this. Now, one thing I have noticed is you gotta be very gentle with this, because if you're a little too aggressive with the paintbrush, it sometimes ends up running the risk of peeling off the paint, the shade color, rather than applying it. Okay, so that is layer 2. And let's give that a little bit to dry, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're back. Layer 2 has dried. He has gotten a little bit darker. The one thing that I notice with using the shades to paint is that you gotta be a little careful, because sometimes if you don't get it in a nice, uniformal coating, they leave these pools around that leave a little bit of splotching that makes parts of them get darker a lot quicker. But so far, looking pretty good. I think we're going to do one more coat, and then go from there, see if maybe that'll be enough to really give them enough color for this little experiment. And so we go, take our little brush, and here we go. Okay, just a little bit more here on his fingers. There on his chest plate, like that. Now when you come into issues like that, where, like, as you can see, it's starting to strip off the layers with the brushes, I just take the brush and I dab it. And it seems to fix it up. And so that is layer 3. Let's see what happens when he dries. Alright, our third coat is dry, and he's starting to come out pretty well. Like I said, the biggest issue with these washes so far is the fact that it's really hard to keep it uniformal, so it's not like parts of him get darker than other parts faster and such. But so far, I'm liking the results that we're getting. So we're going to do another coat. This will be coat number 4 of the shade. And so let's go and continue on. Okay, and so now we're going to let that dry again, and then we'll see how we are after coat 4. So we'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and the 4th layer has dried, and so far I'm kind of liking the look here. I'm thinking that I'm only going to do one more layer just to kind of emphasize the shadows on the armor plating just a little bit more in some areas. And then we'll paint him up and do some nice good things for him. So let's go on to the 5th and final layer of our shade color. Okay. And we'll now let that dry, and then we'll finish up this video. So, give us 1 second, and we'll be right back. And we're back. And he hasn't dried completely yet, but he's dried enough where I can really look at him and get an idea. And so far, from what I've seen, I kind of like the look. I do have some issues with getting, even coatings on, but even with that, he actually did come out really, really nice. And so I'm a little shocked, because usually when Games Workshop says, oh, you can do this with this kind of stuff, I usually take it with like a grain of salt, because I don't really see it actually performing to the level that they say that they can, in terms of like how their paint colors work. But this surprisingly worked very well. And so that's pretty much it for now. As stated, this is for a special project that you guys should be seeing in hopefully the next couple of days, probably in another 2 weeks or so, because of just timing and getting all my other projects that I've got going on right now. But you will be seeing him again if anyone wants. So, and if you guys want to see me continue painting up the rest of him that I haven't done yet, just write a comment down and let me know, and I'll dedicate another video to painting up the rest of this guy. So until that is all pretty much for now, I thought I'd do something a little bit more back to my roots that I started out with than some of the stuff I've been recently producing. So that is all for now, and so until next time, this is Helios Raven, signing off.